This episode of the podcast is sponsored by David Shapiro, Remax Around Atlanta Realty. David Shapiro, Remax Around Atlanta. The guy knows the Perim. He knows outside the Perim. He knows literally all the way to Athens if you need it. All right. David Shapiro, Remax Around Atlanta Realty. The guy's licensed. He'll get you done. Hey, don't matter about those rates. You can always refi later. David Shapiro's Remax Around Atlanta Realty. Tash, who the hell we have on tonight?
A man whose band name describes my physical appearance very well. We have Nick Carpenter on again. Medium build 2.
Medium build 2, Electric Boogaloo. Let's roll the motherfucking tape.
We are back. It took us nearly 2 years to get this interview completed, but we are back. No parking lots, no frozen phones. We are here with Nick Carpenter of Medium Build. How's it going?
What's up, boys? Thanks for your patience with my Wi-Fi and my time. Make your 2 years of patience.
Man, a lot has changed in the last year and a half or 2 years since we talked to you. We got to see you play live. That was awesome.
Hell yeah.
And you released some new music, and it looks like you've been out on tour. So
and you guys got a sick fucking logo behind your head.
Sick logo.
Yeah, look at that. That's sauce.
Pure sauce. We can send you a copy of that logo anytime.
Please.
So, let's start there. How's when we saw you playing, I guess that was last year.
Yeah, so we did our interview literally maybe October, November 2020. Our first interview.
February 21. We looked it up.
February 21. Okay, cool. And then you guys saw me come through town playing at the Eastern Rooftop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that was this year.
That was November 2021.
Okay.
Almost a year ago. So
yeah.
How was that, finally getting back into playing shows? I feel like the first time we talked to you, it was still up in the air on whether you were going to get to play or tour at all. So obviously you've gone on tour. So how's that been for you?
Dude, yeah. I mean, that tour you guys saw end of 2021, that was kind of like the first big comeback, and it was so good. I can't even describe that feeling of you don't play for a while and you live on the internet and you play live streams and then you get to go play crowds again. And it was every night I was moved to tears, thinking about how happy I was to do this job. And that was alone. I did 3 weeks alone. Just rented a shitty car and just drove around with my acoustic guitar, which is fine. But this past tour we just did was full band, and man, it's just so much fun to be out there with your friends and do a tour with other bands and make friends and kind of feeling safe in the world again, and feeling people are hanging out and making connections. And I don't know, it's just special, man. It feels good to remember why we do this job at all, which is to meet people and connect and pour your heart out and connect. It's for me, that's the hustle is connection. So
yeah. And for those who didn't get the opportunity to see you on that solo tour, and I don't know if you did this anywhere else outside of Atlanta, but where did you come up with the idea of doing the sort of the just random noises from Spotify as your percussion section?
That was just the cheapest way to do it, man. I bought a drum machine, and I was gonna have a drum machine going, and then I couldn't really learn how to work it really good. And so then there's the other version where I'm I could ask my producers for just the drum tracks from the actual songs. But I found all these random drum loops on Spotify. They were supposed to be kind of 90s era, soul beats turned into vinyl, from vinyl to hip hop. So they're all kind of scratchy and I just like I went through every song and like would try my songs against their songs and see like which loops were the right time. And then when I was like, well, I already have a Spotify pulled up, then that's how I got into like the rain noises and the fucking the gong noise and all. I was like, man, I can put all these fucking weird noises in this show to make it more dimensional, because I don't know, solo guitar guy is boring for a lot of cats. I mean, some people love that shit, but not everybody loves that shit, you know? So it's, you got to give something to everyone.
Yeah, I mean, we were just like, oh my God, this is badass that he's just got these sort of random noises as his percussion and playing along. But yeah, so what's where have you been on tour recently?
So you saw me in Atlanta last year, and then this year our first tour back out this year was September, all of September pretty much. We were out with this guy named Briston Maroney, who's based in Nashville, but he's from Knoxville originally. And so we had some mutual friends, like you guys saw CC opened up. Yeah. So CC and I share a manager, and CC grew up with Briston in Knoxville, and like she's kind of in this similar friend group in Nashville. And so I was kind of aware of him, and I guess I popped up on his radar, and we have a mutual, and I don't know, it was just super lucky and cool, man. And I got to be with them for a month, and like that was incredible because they're all super sweet and they have the best fans, like super loyal fans, and they all care. Like everyone's really nice and isn't trying to just like get fucked up and like get sick every night. You know, everyone's like positive and like working hard, and like nobody's not doing a chore. And that's kind of like just the vibe I want to be on, is like everyone's like in it together type thing. So yeah, we did started in Tennessee and then went up North Carolina. We did Athens. We did fucking West Virginia, Charlottesville, Virginia. We did like all sorts of these college towns throughout the East Coast. And then we went up to Toronto, Michigan, and then Brooklyn. And then the coolest thing we did, well, it was our first festival we played, was it's called Firefly in Delaware. Mm-hmm. And that shit was amazing. Yeah, super fucking cool.
What was
I've seen a lot of places I've never seen.
Yeah, I can imagine. What was other than the festival, what was your favorite venue you played?
Ooh, that's a good question, man. They all have such weird things. Like the venue in Charleston, South Carolina was like, it's called like the Music Farm, and this is really weird. It was like an old, of course, sort of like train depot thing. They turned into a venue, and the fucking green rooms were up above the stage, and so to like get to the green room, like you had to walk through the crowd or walk on the stage and go up these stairs. And from the green room, they had like this little like lookout window you could watch the show from. So like there's all this footage of me and Steve watching Briston's set, and we're just sitting there like kind of watching, and like, but the stage lights are on up bright enough where like people were just filming us watching them, which is hilarious. It's just this weird, you felt like the Muppet, you know, those two Muppets that sit above the crowd. Like that's how I felt. And then like, man, we played the venue in Charlottesville, Virginia, that had like an underground tunnel to get to the green room. It was super fucking weird. So like, I don't know, it just reminded me how much I love like old American shit, like old historic brick shit houses that probably should be torn down, but they're not, and people are like throwing parties in them and they stink, or they're like filled with demons, and I don't know, but that's just the best. The dustier the venue, like I don't know, even though it's like it sounds bad and sometimes there's like a really mean old sound guy, like it's just fun to see those kind of places.
Mm-hmm. I know Grant had some questions about what goes on the road, so I'm gonna kick it over to you.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you kind of covered where you went, but you know, I got a couple questions specific on people. You know, you talked about connection earlier, and I think, what were some of the best, other than the people on the road, or other than the people that were on the tour with you every day, like who were some of the best people you met, whether in restaurants, bars, people you're like, I'm never gonna forget that person. Like that was the wildest interaction I've ever had.
Oh, that's a good question. That's fucking good question. I roll with a group of guys that are really funny and silly and are always constantly trying to make like memes and quotes and like, we're like, I think that's part of tour, and something that Briston said really well that I will restate here poorly is like every day is like a movie, and that you have to like delete the last day. Like you don't have room to keep everything in. But this one being kind of one of our first kind of big tours and one of our first like full band tours, we were like children. It's just funny because like we're all like 5-6 years older than these Briston boys, but they've been touring for 4 years. So we're like sitting there like we're writing shit down, taking pictures of everything, and they're like, "Oh, you'll get over this shit." And I'm like, "No, I can't." But it's true, you do. You kind of have to like make room for new shit. But there's a couple that stand out, and like the first day, the sound guy, the first day was like the best hang in the world. Like, and you don't forget that shit. Like when the person running your sound cares and asks questions and is so sweet and like I don't know, he was asking questions like, "Oh, can I play with your vocal?" I'm like, "Bro, have fun." Like, so on Corolla, he was like throwing like huge vocal delays. So it was like, "Jackie, I'm trying." And he was like that, just like, like he was doing all this crazy shit. And afterwards, we just were like, "We want to put you in the fucking truck and like never let go of you." And I don't even remember his name. I bet my piano player does though. Paul remembers everything. There's also this like woman that bought us like a 40-inch pizza the first night in Charlotte, named Lori. Like literally a pizza as big as this fucking table I'm sitting at, like insane. And so Lori was kind of the hero of our trip. We just talked about Lori and we talked about the pizza and like just like those little things. But yeah, you meet a lot of fucking crazy people too. I mean, as you know from traveling, like truck stop type of people. But trying to think if there's any like oh man, in Charlottesville, Virginia, we met this not old ass dude, but this dude like kind of you would expect to not be onto some progressive shit, and he had this wine store in Charlottesville, and he cracked like this fucking 20-year-old bottle of wine for us, and we were eating pasta, and we were just talking about like, I don't know, small town life, and like it's an old white guy in Virginia, so I just assume the worst. Like I assume he's not voting for no queer shit and no, like anything, whatever we're doing, and like he just was dope as fuck and was totally down. And like he got us reservations at this oyster bar the next day. His name was Wesley. Like he hooked us up on Italian food and wine, and then the next day before the gig, he got us reservations at this like oyster house. And he just, I don't know, it's just weird when people are nice to you like that, man. There was a bartender named fucking Stacy in Brooklyn that like we left all of our money in our iPad, and she found it and she fucking held on to it, and she like was the homie. And like, I don't know, just people are nice. People are fucking nice, like everywhere you go. And I hope I remember all of them, and I probably won't, but I want to.
Gotcha. Well, like, as you meet these people, I mean, do you get inspired by like, hey, like maybe that's going to be somebody that I'll think about when I'm writing, or is it going to, weave, did the tour, do you think will weave into, what you're writing next and the things you've got kind of cooking up in your head?
I love that. I mean, I don't know if I think about it like that, but I think that those stories end up in songs. Like, I have stories from old tours with Quinn that have now become like parts of my life. Like, because I think when you go back and you think about like maybe a year from now, I'll process this past month of tour differently than right now. Like right now it's still fresh and I just got off the road. So it's all kind of this jumble, and I'm just like happy to be home. But like maybe a year from now, I'll be like, holy shit. Like, do you remember that fucking sound person and, blah, 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 that was like so mean and like, or whatever. I mean, like, yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. They become like part of the jokes that we talk about. Like the sound person in Toronto gave us like a rack of Stella Artois, And this guy was like, that's Belgian sound check juice, BSJ. And we were just like, what the fuck? This like Canadian dude, he was like, yeah, like he just was the most normal, weird, long-haired sound person, like ponytail, long ponytail, like 50 years old, talking about Rush, and like fucking, I'll never not call Stella Belgian sound check juice, like that's fucking weird. So I don't know if they all become songs, but they definitely become part of like my banter and part of my fucking lingo and part of my life.
I love Belgian sound check juice. I mean, wow. Now, I mean, I'm not going to call Stella ever again. I mean,
please.
That's awesome. Well, I think like obviously you've got this great experience. One of the things, I wanted to make sure I thank you before we, as we go here, but like the medium build effect on Indiebnb, people don't, recognize a lot of the time, we build this off of, the people we have on. So we had you on, right? Then we have CC on, we have Ed on, we have St. Dion on, like
nice.
your web effect has been super positive. So I think like as I know you strive to be that, positivity and, the way you sing and the way you act. And I think like, that's something that has been effective, with our little community that we've tried to build here. So we appreciate that as well. But TBD, you got anything else with, we went ahead to Pete Peterson or what we got here?
I mean, any new tats?
Yeah. That's hilarious. None on this tour. Every day on tour, I was like, man, maybe I'll get one. But I just got Hank and Peggy Hill on the back of my legs, and Grace, my partner, got him on the back of her arms. So we're King of the Hill down now. Let's see what else I got. Let's see. This was after I saw you. Oh yeah, after I saw you guys in Atlanta, I went and got this little. All of us on tour got this little frog tattoo. You can't see it. It's pretty. It's this tiny little. It's like a wizard frog right here.
Oh yeah,
frog with the hat on.
Yeah, I got a couple on that tour. I think because I had more free time because I was alone and my drives were smaller. But, dude, I just want so many tattoos, and I also like hate spending money on tattoos. So it's a dance I'll be doing forever. and you're welcome on hooking you up with people. I hope that it continues to be a door. That's how I want my shit to be. Like I have to learn, or my therapist would call it a fence, right? It's like you can let people in and let people out, right? It's like not everyone you're connected to is good, and not everyone that you have ties to is going to work on music forever. Like some of my friends that I used to do music with don't do music anymore. So the fact that you get to meet anyone that I know that loves music and wants to talk like is super awesome. And I love that you guys are passionate about it. Like that's just cool. You guys care enough to try. That's like my biggest thing is like, are you trying? And that's the thing, like with people you meet on the road, it's like, are they present? Like, are they? I don't know. It seems. I mean, obviously, people go through pain and shit, hard times, and get addicted to shit to try to numb out. But like, there's really not too many excuses for being an asshole or being checked out. Like, life's fucking. At least it's fun. Like, it's not like easy always, and it's not consistent, but it is like entertaining probably more than fun. that's my little. That's why I don't know. Shitty tattoos don't bother me, and bad sound engineers don't bother me too much, because it's like we're gonna do the show the next day, and the sound tech might be like incredible and blow my mind, and then he might have literally like a iPod the next night. Who knows?
Gotcha. Well, speaking of which, on your iPad, or on your iPod, like you got Rage that just came out, and take us through that song and talk to us about, a little bit, creating that and have you been sitting on that one for a while? I know there's a couple you've been sitting on that we heard, back in 2021. I'm not going to mention any names, especially me.
Yeah.
But like, we're just we're waiting with bated breath on that one. But talk to me about
you're
Rage,
good, man. Yeah, you're gonna get so what fucking I did like a year of singles like Corolla, Another Man, Good at Being Lonely, Rabbit, and then I did a little 2-song deal with this label in New York called Canvas Back, and we did Come On Back and Alone in My Car, and that did fine. And it was just kind of like we've just been growing, man. Just a lot of these I've been working with my new guy Jake Labasi. He goes by Lako, and Lako is based in Brooklyn, and that's who produced Come On Back, and then helped me produce like Alone in My Car and Rage. And Rage was just some fucking weird demo I made, like on my Casio, like a little shitty keyboard. I love working on the toy keyboard, like it just simplifies. And I had the chorus, like I had the Rage thing, and I didn't have any good words, and so I finally like tried to make a beat for it. And then I don't know, I just don't ever write love songs, and I feel like I've been more sentimental lately. Like I think probably right after you and I met, maybe right before I started dating Grace, and now it's like we have a house together and we've got 2 dogs. And February 2021, that was when we got Brisket. Now she's a family member, she's bona fide. So like, we built a whole thing, and I started writing about that stuff. So that's like kind of a first big love tune for me. Also, my mom loves Ed Sheeran. And so I was like, I wanted to make like an Ed Sheeran type beat, so that my mom would share it, which is hilarious. Now, my mom used to be kind of not ashamed of me. Like she's always been the #1 fan, but like, it's funny to kind of see her be like a little bit more like she just rode on a plane yesterday and like was telling some girl she was riding next to like about Medium Build. The girl like looks it up. She's like, "Oh my God, like he's like legit." And my mom's just like, "Yeah, I know." Like it's like, I remember when my mom was just so disappointed that I like quit leading worship at church, so that was, for it to come around, like that's pretty tight. But yeah, Rage is been killing it. We didn't do that with a label. We did that totally ourselves, and like it's been doing pretty much the best single we've ever put out, like stream wise. And then we've got another single coming out in a couple weeks here. It's called Never Learn to Dance. It's I wrote that one in May on a trip to LA, and that one maybe July, I don't know. This fucking whole year is flown by. But I'm really proud of this one. It's with a new producer I've never used before, and his name's Cooper Holzman, and he's fucking so cool. And yeah, I'm just like meeting new people and trying to like work with new people and kind of diversify the sounds, because I'm always going to do what I do, which is just like sad, fucking weird, like trying to find the humor and darkness in like the mundane, right? That's like kind of my thing. It's like, you're in a cab, like what's the cab ride about? Well, the cab driver's depressed and he's sort of an alcoholic. Like, that's like shit I'm looking for, but it's okay, because he's gonna retire on Saturday. Like I love that kind of, that's my favorite shit. Like just small, feeling small. But because when you zoom in on that like small bar room or like whatever, going to a concert with your friends, like you can do those little fine brush strokes. Like I'm just trying to be John Prine, I'm just trying to be like my favorite writers. And so yeah, new producers helps. So we've got this one, Never Learn to Dance, coming out in November, and then in December we've got Give Me Back My Soul will come out, and then looking at like end of January for EP that is untitled. Still searching for titles.
I mean, you just came up with the cab driver's retiring.
Cab driver's retirement party.
There he is, right there.
Don't be late.
Don't be late. Exactly. Oh man, well, that's good. Well, as we've, never learned to dance, there's going to be a question about dancing here coming up in Pete Peterson's party pack of questions.
Woo!
Last time we crapped out on question 12. I would say that it's much tighter now. We've done, this is number 50 for us. This is
Holy
the
shit.
big 5-0. So
That's amazing.
So we learned from, I believe you were number 4.
Yes, 46 later. Here we go.
46 later, we finally got it figured out. So we're going to go slam through these guys here.
Boys,
Pete
I'm honored.
Peterson's. Yeah, here we go. Pete Peterson's party pack of questions. 20 questions right in a row, rapid fire. This or that. Here we go. Cake or pie?
Pie.
Wolf or a sheep? What are you?
Wolf.
Gatorade or Powerade?
Gatorade.
Cheetos or Fritos?
Cheetos.
Chili or tacos?
Fuck. Chili.
Let's go with chili. It's kind of cold out. Let's go. Guac or queso?
Guac.
You're out there in Alaska. You probably are aliens real? Have you seen them?
No, I haven't seen them, but they're real. Yeah,
they're real. Okay. All right. Abominable snowman, Bigfoot. I mean, what are we talking about? A lot of salmon in those rivers. So what's going on there? Is that real or not?
I think the abominable snowman is just a polar bear, and I think the Sasquatch is just a grizzly bear. I think they're just bears. I think people just be like. I think bears just look different. I think we got to diversify our brain for what bears be looking like.
All right, Diversity Bears, also name of the album, the name of the EP coming up. We'll just take time out there. Cheddar or Swiss?
Cheddar.
Candles, you want them scented or unscented?
Scented. I got the one going right now.
Okay. Toast or bagels?
Ooh. Bagels as a meal, but toast on the side of any breakfast is. Yeah, fuck. I guess I gotta go toast.
He's going toast. All right. When you walk into a party, are you more likely to do, and you hear your jam comes on, are you more likely to do the robot or the worm?
I'm gonna do the worm poorly.
I like it. He's going after it. When you sit down on the couch, TV or a movie, what are you watching?
I'm a movie guy. I love movies. Grace loves TV, so I watch more TV because she's the boss. But if it was up to me, I'd be watching like new flicks every day.
I like it. Coffee or tea?
Tea. That's new.
Okay.
I had to give up coffee on tour, man. It was fucking my voice up. So now I'm a hot tea little bitty.
Okay, tea man. All right.
What kind? Hold on. What kind?
Bro, let's talk about it. I got it all. I got it all. And I got
I knew this would take us somewhere.
But they're falling out. I got lemon ginger with probiotics, helps my I got my sleepy time, my sinus time. Let's see, what do we got here? Oh, that's some more sleepy time, a different brand. Wow, I stay sleeping.
What are you hitting like first thing in the morning?
Oh, dude, honestly, it's about this lemon ginger for me. But Grace is all about nighttime. We do a little bit of the glazed lemon loaf.
Oh.
For me, it just has to be hot, uncaffeinated, green. And then this is our new bag, man. This is like the primo shit. Twinings is the shit. But this soothing turmeric. Woo. You know what? I'm gonna fire one up right now, man.
Any honey?
I can't believe I didn't do that.
Any honey?
Really? I'm into the honey, especially before shows. Definitely honey. In the morning, I don't need it. I don't mind a little dry tea. I don't need it to be too sweet. I'm simple.
I like it. He's getting his tea going. I love it.
And you gotta have a good kettle, bro. That's important.
Oh yeah.
Crucial.
Oh, that's gonna be done in 2 minutes. Let's see if we can get it. Let's see if we can get through this. It's gonna be fast. That stuff's boiling.
It's going.
Over. Love it. All right. Britney or Christina Aguilera? Spears or Aguilera? Britney.
Yeah.
Okay. Bacon or sausage?
Sausage.
Yogurt, like regular yogurt or Greek yogurt?
Greek yogurt.
Greek. All right. I know you're not a sports guy, but hey, if you were a sports guy, hit a home run or score a touchdown, what would you rather do?
Hit a home run.
Homer. Okay. You just want to hit a bomb. Are you pimping the bat after you do it?
I think I'm doing the little walk with it, and then like, you can't run with it, right? You gotta have to drop the shit. So yeah, I'm doing a little pause. I'm watching it, and then I'm doing a little late release, like by my head. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And finally, the final question of Pete Peterson's Party Packer questions. What bands do we not know that we ought to know? And who should we check out? Give me a couple, you know.
Okay. Have you listened to the new Alex G album? It's really weird and awesome and bizarre. You should listen to my friend Olivia Barton. Olivia would definitely come on the show. She's in Nashville. She's like God mode. Just insane, very talented, very charismatic, former worship leader kid like me. Olivia Barton. You should have Zane Penny. You guys fuck with Zane? Zane's our other Alaskan boy. Him and his friend Huss are blowing up, doing a bunch of cool shit. Damn. And then what I've been listening to mostly lately. I've been listening to a bunch of just like bummer acoustic shit. There's this guy in Nashville named Thad Kopech, and he has this song called One Last Wedding. It's about like going to a wedding with your partner when you know you're about to break up. It's the best shit ever. I listened to it ad nauseum, and I actually reached out to him, and we're gonna get in the studio in a couple weeks. So I'm in Nashville again. So I don't know. Yeah, that's some sauce. What do you guys been listening to? What should I be on?
Man, who I see
This is tough
recently. Yeah, I can't believe we asked the questions and then we don't have answers to the questions.
That puts you on the spot.
No, you're good. No, you're good. Let's just go to I'm gonna go to my likes here. I can pull it up real quick.
I've been listening to a lot of the new Father John Misty.
Really good. Yeah.
I saw him.
Like his old school, like roaring 20s type beat, right?
Yeah, I saw him actually at the Eastern last week, a week before.
Oh shit! How was that?
He brought the house down, man. He's
so good.
Listen to I listened to the new. I just saw it come down here. Yeah. So listen to that. You got a little. Andy DeRusso's got a new one out. I saw you at that show.
Yeah.
With Samia, and then
he's the
band called Cuffed Up. I got some of them on there.
Okay, Cuffed Up.
Yeah, Cuffed Up.
My wife and I have been just on repeat. Wet Leg, you know them?
Oh, nice.
Oh,
yeah. We went and saw them.
Dude, that shit's so cool. How was that?
Great.
Yeah, man, it was something else. Who was the opener for them? That they had
I can't remember. They were crazy, man. It was some catchy mode stuff, and
it was these two dudes, and they were like in sync dancing, and like they were crazy. Oh my god, how can we forget them? Yeah,
dude, I love that. There's also a new album from Lewis Cole, who he's like really big in the sort of proggy, jammy funk shit, like from Wolfpack to Thundercat. Like Lewis Cole is in that. That's Louis Cole. He's incredible. That album's super weird. And then my friend Noah does music under the title Runner with 3 N's. He's got some new shit coming out that's fire, dude. You guys would also that'd be an awesome conversation. He's fantastic.
Nice.
Big Pig, you know them?
Oh yeah, dude.
They're sick.
She's so tight, bro. I'm trying to get up on a Big Pig tune. That's my real dream.
Big Pig, and I've also been vibing a lot of Deep Valley recently.
Deep Valley?
Yes, these 2 chicks from LA that just like jam. I mean, they're just loud and rock hard.
Oh yeah.
DEAP Valley.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I like that.
I don't know. It seems like every time I see Lucius, I always go on a pretty big Lucius kick. So I saw them. I think that was early October, maybe, or shoot, was that August? Man, that was a while ago.
Yeah, Grant and I were actually talking that I got like so burnt out on finding new music for this podcast last year that I was like, I'm not even listening to like bands that I normally love to listen to. So I kind of like went on like a 6-month hiatus of listening to any new music. Because it was
that's important. You got to protect your heart.
Yeah, I was just like going straight to my Spotify, Discover Weekly and just like listening closely to find somebody new and not even really enjoying what I was doing. So
right, that's because that's such hard work. It's like it's hard. It's silly to call it work, but like when you task yourself with that, like you really are working out this muscle of being present and like you said, focusing, active listening, like really trying to like put your ears on stuff and like be a student and be I don't know. You have to take breaks from that, and you gotta get stoned and listen to OK Computer or fucking In Rainbows Again, just to like remember you like some different shit, or like I don't know. My reset is always like 80s, 90s country and like old folk shit. Like I'll just get drunk and just listen to like my favorite 80s country songs that I've listened to a million times. And I'm like, oh yeah, I do like music. I just hate all this new fucking shit. But then you hear something brand new that knocks you over and you're like, all right, I'm back. Like you just have to like cleanse the fucking soul.
Are you telling me you listen to like are you a big like Colin Baton Rouge like 80s country? Like have you heard that song?
Oh, I'm very familiar with that song. Yeah. I'd say Garth is probably the tail of that for me. Like
okay.
Garth and Alan and George Strait, like that's kind of that when the 90s started turning into like the 2000s, like Brad Paisley, like it's a couple of that shit I fuck with, but I'm talking about like Don Williams. I'm talking about like Earl Thomas Conley. Talking about anything written by Bob McDill. Talking about George Jones. I'm talking about Willie Nelson. But I fuck with Garth. Don't get me wrong. I can do the dance when at karaoke. Looking back. Yeah, I got all that. That was like that. That's the shit, man. That's the real shit. That's how you learn how to write a sad song, man.
If you grew a goatee and threw a cowboy hat on, I think you could pass for a young Garth.
Bro, if I could get that goat going, I should work on that. My mustache is so thick, and then this shit is just like paper thin. It's real wispy.
I've been seeing things on Instagram. You can just like, I don't know, you do something with you beat this roller into your face and apparently it makes your hair grow. Like, I don't know. I've been seeing a lot of, I don't know why it's advertising me. I grow a full beard. I don't know what they're doing, but like.
Sure.
Hey, I don't know. I guess not.
Like Googling like how to make beard thicker. God, dude.
Like, I need this.
I started thinking about that. I'm gonna get ads for that tomorrow. Like they'll be like, "Hey,
your phone heard it. It's already pulling them up now." So,
you guys ever listen to Lori McKenna? She's a Nashville songwriter she makes records too. She wrote like Girl Crush, and she wrote Humble and Kind for Tim McGraw, and she wrote a couple of songs on the Lady Gaga movie soundtrack. Like she's just badass old folk singer and from Boston, and she's the shit, man. And that she's like my favorite songwriter. And I listened to her interview on a podcast, and she started talking about all these old songwriters that she loves. Like this guy, Alan Shamlin, that wrote Can't Make You Love Me for Bonnie Raitt. And I don't know, just like that just like all those songs you forget are like badass. And like there's like old dudes that wrote all those songs. Yeah, Lori is the shit. You should put your ears on that shit if you want some like nice chilling with your lady, having a deep, long drive in the fall, or like sitting at home thinking on your woes, you know.
I like that. Well, man, what a journey. What a journey it's been. And you know what? I can't wait for the third one. You know, I think Medium Build 3 in Indiebnb is going to be electric, you know.
Dude, hopefully it's, you know, not so long of a wait.
Yeah.
But also hopefully we've all double, triple in size by then, you know. Spiritually and digitally, not physically.
Yeah, physically, I'm trying to divide, man. I'm trying to divide by 0.25 right now. I'm trying to add one goatee. I'll come back. I'll be looking just straight country.
Once you get that goatee, you give us the call, and no matter what we're doing, we'll drop it, and we're doing Indiebnb Medium Build 3.
MB goatee. Indie goatee. MB 3.
Let's go. God, what a joy, what a thrill ride that's going to be. But hey, 2, we can't gloss over it. What a joy it's been. You know, appreciate you coming on and getting, you know, just chilling with us for a little bit, and we'll we'll tie this guy up in a nice little bow. Appreciate you coming on, brother.
Anytime, brother. We appreciate you guys, and hopefully we'll all have an Atlanta show soon. That's what I'm trying to do.
You know, we'll be
there. Next.
Yeah.
We'll be there. Really.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.